Ross, the intern's here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm good. No pressure, but you need to be really nice to me today.
Oh, yeah?
I have to fill out your internship evaluation today.
You do.
So, I mean,
Have I been a good intern, Mark?
You have been a fantastic intern, Ross.
I read what you said.
I don't know if Annabeth would say that too. I'm just kidding.
She's competing, though.
You guys have competed well. I know. I mean, we'll find out at the end of the summer who is really
we'll
intern.
Both of the evaluation forms.
Yes, who really is intern number 1 and intern number 2? No, it'll be an easy one to fill out. You've done, you're amazing. So,
thank you.
So I know yesterday we talked about we got you some added dating advice with Chaplain Justin.
Yeah.
He had some good stuff, by the way.
He did. I'm just getting good stuff all around.
I know. And we're only halfway through the summer. I mean, who knows? Maybe so today, we might get a little international advice.
No way.
We're talking to, I don't know if I'm going to ask him. We'll see if we have time. We're talking to Chris from Rend Collective. They're a band from Ireland. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's like some Irish dating advice.
If I'm not the best boyfriend by the end of the summer, I'm failing.
I've tried so hard.
We're getting advice from every country.
I know.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Ready for some good news?
We are too.
Here's your positive difference story of the day.
All right, Ross. It's a story about a modern day superhero. His name is Faceno Cisse. He happens to live in France, and he was coming home from a long week working as a school caretaker in nearby Paris, like a little suburb of Paris. And he's just about home to his little apartment and thinking, I'm going to have a quiet evening now just to like chill, relax. And that's when he heard the fire alarms going off at an apartment complex right next to where he lives. So his hope for just a quiet evening got a little disrupted, and instead he found himself at the center of a life-saving rescue. He saw smoke pouring from the nearby apartment where a woman and several children were all trapped inside, up on the 6th floor.
Oh, man.
So without hesitating, he scales the outside up to the 6th floor, walking on this like small little ledge.
What?
Now, I know you're a rock climber, so you're like, oh, of course he did. I'm like,
no.
He did what?
I'm sitting here surprised. I'm like, man, when I'm rock climbing, I got ropes on.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's not fire around
me. Right. There are no safety nets going on here.
Oh, man.
He saved 6 people, 2 adults and 4 children, including 2 of them babies.
Wow. Do you know how he got them down?
There's video circulating on the internet because people then, of course, grab the phones.
Of course, instead of
like, hey,
helping.
Oh, exactly, right.
That's the way it is.
The video shows him like on the edge and kind of helping get people out.
Okay,
but it doesn't show like how they got them down first. So, like, I don't know. Did they do like a human like?
No, he just had like 7 parachutes in his backpack.
Yeah, of course, always prepared at any point. French officials say he really is a hero. He told a reporter with Radio France that he acted without thinking of his own safety. The Paris police say they're going to award him for the Medal of Courage and Devotion. The president of France personally called to commend him and invited him to be a guest of honor at the Bastille Day parade. I mean, this guy... And he didn't do it for the attention. He just reacted and what was in his heart to do. The city of Paris has also recognized him and his courage, calling him a Parisian hero. He was reflecting on what happened. He said he admitted that afterwards, the danger of it all sank in. It was one of those like adrenaline hits. Wasn't really thinking about it. And he said, afterwards, I began to realize how high up we were on that 6th floor. He said, it wasn't easy, but I'm happy that I listened to my heart.
That's so cool.
He's a hero.
He's
a
so too.
Superhero.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. That is our positive difference story of the day. So yesterday we were talking to Chaplain Justin, got a little dating advice for you. Mm-hmm. And then you had a big day yesterday.
I did.
You took her to Eureka?
I did.
Okay.
Very, very pretty. I'm like, she was always talking about it. And from all this dating advice, I'm like, I got to pick up on these cues.
Nice.
Like she clearly wants to go to Eureka and, maybe stop all the frequent gym dates.
Okay. Try to mix it up a little bit.
I'm like, I'll add a sweet little walk around the neighborhood in there.
Had you been to Eureka Springs?
I did.
Before? Okay.
Yeah. So you want to know the story?
Sure.
So I went with my cousins, and one of my cousins was very serious with her dude at the time.
Okay.
And we all kind of knew that he was going to pop the ring out, and all my cousins were with me, and they're like, do you think that he's going to propose today? And I'm like, I don't care. I'm like 12 years old. Like, I just want to go
12-year-old Ross wasn't having it?
I was not having it. I'm like, it's probably going to happen, but I really don't care. And he ended up, dropping to one knee, and everybody was like, oh. And I'm sitting in the back against a rock with my arms crossed.
Like, I'm not going to get excited about this.
I know. I'm like, can we go
Ross. Oh. You've grown since then.
I've grown since then. I was just a snobby kid who wanted to play video games, and it was rough.
So did you guys get out on the bikes? What'd you do?
Yeah, so we took a bike ride, and we're going around, and we actually went to a campsite to mountain bike, and it looked like it hasn't been taken care of in 8 years.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
So we turned around pretty fast.
I wish I had known that you guys were going. For years, my wife and I used to go once a year to Eureka Springs.
Oh,
they have these like tree houses that you can rent out for like a night or two. And it's like a little cabin, but it's like up 20-some feet up in the air.
Wow. Is that in the downtown area?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
I think they have multiple ones all over
that's so
the area.
Cool, though.
So we got to know Eureka Springs pretty well. There's some good eats there. Like, I could have gotten you set up with either a good burger or some Italian or whatever. What'd you eat?
You don't want to know.
I mean, there's a lot of cool spaces in Eureka Springs. Did you find a good one?
So I'm a little scared to try local places because they might be too good, apparently.
Okay. So you're on a date in Eureka Springs.
I'm like, let's just go to the Waffle House.
Ross!
KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
So Chris from the band Rend Collective joining us for a little conversation. They've got that brand new song, Fight of My Life, that we have loved sharing. I know God's using it already. Thank you so much for the gift of that song, Chris.
That's amazing. I'm really glad to hear that. That's awesome.
So a few weeks ago, I was in Orlando at an event that you were at, so I got to hear a little bit of the story, but I would love for you to share it with our listening family because you were pretty honest. You're like, hey, we're a band that shares these amazing, joyful songs, and to write a song about a struggle with mental health and depression like this, it sounds like you didn't want to do it.
No, I actually really didn't. It's one of those songs that you write and you hope that no one ever presses you into releasing. It's like there is a certain category of songs that I just kind of write for myself, and I think that's really important. And I thought this was in that bucket, but actually it was really when my wife heard it that I realized that it maybe needed to go a little bit wider. And I think the reason was it was just so vulnerable, and it felt like a song about a struggle with mental health just was. I kind of felt like it was going to bum people out, or at worst, it was going to make people feel like they thought I was a bad Christian, or I didn't know Jesus properly. All of those kind of things, and so it was a long time before I felt comfortable releasing it. But now that we have, and I started playing it in front of people, it's just amazing to see. It's just amazing to see. I guess. How resonant this is. There's so many people who are going through stuff like this, and I guess the comment that I hear back so often is that it's giving people words to process their own struggles, whether that fights mental health or whatever. And I think that's the highest compliment as a songwriter. If you're able to give people words that help people move through real situations in their life, that's 10 out of 10. Love to see that.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC, the positive difference.
It's Mark and friends. This morning we've been sharing a little conversation with Chris from the band Rend Collective. So it sounds like God used your wife to give you that confidence to step into it. It's probably easier on the back end now to know, hey, wait a minute. Okay, like this was okay. But God's using it for sure. But looking back into that apprehension on the front end, is that something you feel like, man, I've lived with that for a while, or something that just kind of popped up in your life?
Yeah, I mean, well, the experience of depression was certainly years long, probably longer than I had any language to actually call it that. I didn't really know what it was that I was going through. I think growing up in Ireland, one of the things we're good at is we're good at landscapes and scenery and sad songs. One of the things that we're not great at is having men talk about their feelings. So just didn't grow up with a ton of language around mental health, and so it took me a long time to identify it. So for years I've been this most joyful band in the world, and I'm trying to work out why am I not feeling all that much joy, you know? And so the combination of God and therapy has just been transformative for me. Yeah. It really, I love the fact we can do those two things together.
I love that. I heard you recently say that therapy is great. Jesus plus therapy, like that's where it's at. That's the combination. There might be some who feel like it's actually easier for me to ask Jesus for help than to step in and believe that he might use somebody who's been gifted and skilled and trained to do that. But clearly for you, that's something you feel like is worth advocating for. If there's somebody listening, they're watching, they're on that edge of like, I don't know, man, like, should I trust? I know from my own journey, that's been a game changer, just in processing some seasons. But what would you say to encourage that person who's like, I don't know, I'm not so sure about the therapist part of it?
Yeah, I would say if you're currently praying and using that as your strategy for dealing with a mental health struggle, I think that's brilliant. I would just, I guess, invite anybody who's in that position to wonder if the answer to the prayer that they're praying might be that therapist. If you have a therapist's number in front of you, I wonder if that's the answer to your prayer for breakthrough. I did retain that thought. I think as well, people imagine, I think, and I'll put myself in this bracket, I think people imagine that they need to wait for a particular like crisis moment or for you to be really super broken or something before you should reach out for therapy. And I don't really think that's not where we're at. I think it at its best, it's probably more like going to the dentist where we're getting a routine checkup and you just come out with the cleaning. You don't have to do a root canal every time, and you don't need to wait until, your teeth are falling out of your head before you go to the dentist. So it's the same with mental health stuff. If you're feeling even the slightest tug of like, I think I'm carrying more than I should be, that's a good time to reach out.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Have you found beyond even as you guys are sharing your music at concerts, those kind of things, but your openness about your journey with depression to have changed even your inner circle relationships, the people that you guys do life with, that maybe there are more open conversations now, even that opening it up on such a wide scale has opened up maybe more private conversations?
Yes, I would say everybody likes me better now. I think once you start being open and vulnerable about these things, it's interesting how quickly that turns into laughing together about these things, then feeling lighter, and I think this is my misunderstanding on the front end of even releasing this song, but I always thought that I guess I was this special unicorn who was going through this experience by myself. Like no one else has got these special struggles. It's just me. And that's not true. It's probably about 95% of people have something heavy that they're carrying. So yeah, opening up, it just, even in the interband relationships, it's been really beautiful. Before the shows now, people are really, like, in a way that didn't happen in the first 10 years of us as a band. We're just having really special, really intimate conversations and talking about the real stuff.
I love that, man. So we're talking with Chris from Rend Collective. You mentioned Ireland, so I got some Ireland questions for you. We've got one of my sons, as well as a teammate here at the radio station, her daughter, have spent the last month in Ireland, part of a study abroad program. So it's been super fun. Every week I get a little FaceTime and I see a new background. It's been really cool to watch him walk through that. They have one last week. They've got one free day. What's Chris's, you got to go do this when you're in Ireland advice?
Okay, so it does depend what part of Ireland they're in. My general advice is stick to the edges. That's where the magic happens. It's, all the edges are good. It doesn't matter what coast you're on. Cliffs of Moher, unbelievably stunning part of the world. And then I'm going to mention it because this is closer to my own hometown. There's a place called the Giant's Causeway. That's this. It's sort of the remains of this like volcanic rock formation, but the effect is that you're by the sea. The waves are crashing. The seagulls are soaring. It's like perfect Ireland, and there's always just a cozy wee pub you could nestle into afterwards.
Nice. Okay, so honest answer, is it easier to be inspired to write music in Ireland or in the US?
It's easier to be inspired when you're going through a season where you need to process a lot. So I don't think it really matters where you are in the world. I felt very inspired in the US at times, and also I write more songs about scenery when I'm in Ireland, I'll say that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think inspiration, there's a guy, Corey Asbury, who has a lyric in one of his songs that I think is particularly special, which is "Heartbreak writes the song." I think he's right.
Wow. Well, you guys have given us some great songs to celebrate and to share God's joy. And man, we're so grateful that you took the risk to follow your wife's really good advice, to take the risk to share your journey. I think it's going to open the door. I think you said it exactly. It gives the rest of us some language who are facing our own battles to be able to know, okay, yeah, I could be in what feels like the fight of my life, but I'm not alone, and there's joy that can be found in the middle of it. So thank you for that gift.
It's beautiful. Thank you. It's a great conversation. Thank you.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Happy birthday!
This is just so exciting.
Let's keep this party going!
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey, happy birthday!
All right, Ross, we've got some birthdays to celebrate today.
Ooh.
Marketplace Grill Birthday Bash, Thursday, July 17th. Richie Bell, 38 today in Hinesville. Jacob Tosta is a teenager in Decatur, 13 today. Baylor Adams, 12 years old in Lincoln. Don Perro in Bentonville, 54 today. Donna Davis, 90 years young today. Okay, that's impressive.
That's an awesome
You've
birthday.
lived some life. You've learned some lessons by 90. That's cool. And Peyton Bolin, 18 years old in Rogers today. Okay. The randomizer is going to pick out a winner for us so we can surprise somebody.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Is this Dawn?
Yes.
Hey, Dawn, it's Mark. Ross is here, too, from KLRC. We're calling to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So we've got some good news for you. How does a gift certificate to the Marketplace Grill to celebrate your birthday on us sound?
Okay, that's great.
Woo! We are going to set you up. Hey, tell me about one thing. What's one thing Dawn is thankful for on your birthday today?
Well, just waking up and reading my messages from my friends.
Oh, that's fun. Isn't that cool?
I always,
One of the good things about technology now, right, is we can hear from friends sometimes all over the world. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, and just hearing from them and encouraging.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Happy birthday.
Thank you.